G'day everybody, welcome to another video on my channel. Thanks for joining me and thanks for my subscribers. This is my new Mahindra 3650 PST compact tractor and I want to share with you the top 5 reasons why I bought it. So the first thing I want to say is that we looked at a lot of different tractors. We looked at Kubotas, John Deere's, the Mahindra obviously, Case, Massey Ferguson, New Holland, Coyote, the lot, and we did settle on the Mahindra. Now the point of this video is not to be exhaustive about every reason why we bought it. I just want to go to the top 5. What I want to ask you guys to do is, because there aren't that many videos of this particular tractor, I'd like you to ask me questions about it, and I'll quite happily make some more videos and explain some more detail about it. We've had it for a week, so I don't really know a lot about it. I've used it for a couple of hours and I'm very happy with it so far. There are pros and cons with all implements. I want to go through with you like the good reasons, but I'm sure as I use it I'll come across some things that probably annoy me. And there'll be some things in this video that you'll agree with, and some you'll go, oh, I can't stand that. And that's okay. I'm not asking you to agree with everything that I've got to say. I just want to show you what I like. And if it helps you to make a decision about your tractor and what you'd like to buy, then that's the purpose of the video. So you can make your own decision about transmissions and lift capacity and rear end linkages and all those sorts of things. So without further ado, I'll show you the first thing that I liked about this tractor. Number 1, the front end loader lift capacity, 700 kilos. Now that doesn't mean 700 kilos at the joints down here, or 1 foot behind the whatever they had the specification for. It means 700 kilos in the bucket. Now I wouldn't say that you should lift more than the rated lift amount, but 700 kilos is a lot. And for us, when we want to lift a lot of heavy soil and potentially maybe an IBC or something like that on the front forks, which would weigh up to easily 700 kilos, then the lift capacity here is important. Now I will say that this front end loader is made here in Australia in Ballarat. It's made by a company called Burder, B-U-R-D-E-R. So it's not a Mahindra Indian-made loader. It is a local loader. And I don't know if it looks like a regular loader to me. I mean, I've looked at a lot of loaders. Ironically, the John Deere's in Australia also use the Burder loaders, and you'll probably find that the actual joystick and controller here is exactly the same as you'll see on a John Deere. But the John Deere chassis can't lift it. I'll give you an idea. This plate in here, this is the plate. It's a 1 inch thick steel plate. Now again, this might be the same on other tractors. I'll let you do that comparison, but I'm just showing you how this one's put together and how it's mounted here on the chassis. So, number 1, lift capacity, which suits us. Remember, this is a tool. If you don't need to lift as much, it's not a big deal, but for us, that was very important. Number 2, the back end linkages are the same setup as on a large tractor. Now on the back of here, we've got our Cosmo Bully flail mower, and getting it on, and I'd never done this before, was really easy. And the reason is down here. This has extendable lower link arms. So these things aren't wound out by a turnbuckle. When you want to get this thing on, you back it up to about here, you press this thing down, you pull this out, you put the pin in, and then you back the tractor up until this clips down again. Now there are many videos on this system on YouTube, so I don't really need to show it to you other than to say this has got it. And I can tell you, we put 3 implements on and off in the space of about half an hour and used them a little bit. And at no stage was there any swearing or complaining or anything like that. But the other thing that went with that was pins to stabilise the lower link arm. It's got a float position and it's got a fixed position on both sides. And that made Fitting the stabilisation, very easy. The top link, it's a giant turnbuckle to adjust the height, and a lock, which is not in position, which should be. But you can see how easy that is to do. So again, that was easy to do. This may not be standard on all tractors, but it was just a simple turn of the handle. And the height or the level, the left to right level adjustment is a turn of this handle, which raises and lowers from here. So you've got turn, and there's nice grease points here and here as well. So you can see how the rear of the tractor is set up like a larger tractor. And that makes it, it has definitely already made it easier for me and my wife, no doubt about it. So that's number 2. Number 3, why did we like the tractor? Well, this is a safety thing for me, and there'll be lots of disagreement with this one. I can just imagine everyone complaining about this one. But for me personally, it's got a clutch and a brake, and they're in the right spots. Now we have a ride-on mower that has a hydrostatic transmission, and it has the go pedal here on the left and the stop pedal here on the right. When you need to stop suddenly, and I have a couple of times in that, my instinct from driving a car is to hit the stop pedal, which is that one. And guess what it does? It goes faster, and I've run over a couple of plants doing that. Now this thing weighs 1.5 tons, and it really needs to stop quickly. So in an emergency, foot on the brake and the clutch at the same time, just like a car, just bang, and it will stop every single time. And because I drive a manual car, I don't even need to think about that. And I've already used that. I've used that a number of times just to sort of go, how do I stop this thing? Oh, hang on, bang. I don't even need to stop and actually think, I just do it. So that's a safety feature. It also makes it relatively easy to understand. So that's the stopping. Stopping is important, I think, almost more than anything else when you're a relatively new driver. It's, you know, you can compare it with the sort of automatic style, if you like, of the hydrostatic drives, but this thing's already paid for itself essentially with this. So there you go. It's number 3. I hope you agree. If you don't, that's okay. Leave a comment and we'll talk about it. Number 4. Why did we buy the tractor number 4? Well, this one's also going to be very controversial. But I like the fact that it was sort of semi-automatic. This has a thing called a power shuttle. This is the power shuttle. Forward and reverse. The advantage though here is that, and this is probably the point around my number 4, is the thing is simple, but it's also always in cruise control. So you never have to set a speed with a lever like you do with a hydrostatic drive. You have to start going and pull a lever. You pick your speed, you pick your revs, and then you just go. You can change speed with the gears, or you can stop completely and change the range. So I find this actually very, very intuitive. It might seem more complicated, but it's much more intuitive, and it's a simple system. It allows me to just keep moving at a constant rate. It allows me to go forwards and backwards without clutching, and really the gear shift is actually very simple. And just out of interest, the clutch is actually very, very light. This is actually as light as a car's clutch, so there's no difference in feel whatsoever. It's not a big, heavy clutch. You don't need, quads like a weightlifter to work the clutch. Number 5, the fuel tank. You can see it there. Let's go back a little bit. So there is the fuel tank. The fuel tank filler is at my hip height. If I'm holding a can, I'm just standing here normally and I'm just pouring it in. The number of tractors which have it up here, and you're trying to lift 20, 25 kilos of fuel at head height to pour it in, seems to me absolutely ridiculous and dangerous. There are some that also have it mounted here at the back to fill it. Now I can stand in amongst the thing on the 3-point, and I left this on here deliberately to show you that. If I'm trying to get to a fuel filler that's on the back here, where am I going to stand? You see, so I can do it. It's certainly the next best position for sure. But why make it hard for yourself when it's right here? So that's another really good reason for me. That also means that my wife, who's not as tall as me, can fill the thing up and actually use it and not have to come and ask me. Very important. So there you go. Those are my top 5 reasons. There are other reasons, top 5. Ask me some questions, I'll tell you some more reasons. I hope you liked this video. I would like to make some more videos about this tractor because there are simply very few videos on YouTube that have any detail about it at all. So please ask me questions, I'll make some more videos. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe. I appreciate all the guys who have already subscribed, and I'll see you very soon with some more videos. See you.